Hey boo, it's your girl Blue. I'm here with Elizabeth. She is my model for today. I've had a request to do a video on how to part your hair for dreadlocks. I did include an image in my tutorial on how to do it, but I've been told that it's a little bit difficult to understand, so I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how Elizabeth actually parted my hair when I did my dreadlocks a few months ago. Cool, so I have chosen the bricklayer technique. There are a few different techniques you can use. Some people do triangles, some people do like mermaid scales. I don't know why, because I think that just looks weird. Oh, and some people just do like a grid, like a checkerboard. But I like the bricklayer technique because then it looks a little bit more messy and natural, and you don't get that line of parting between the dreads. You just kind of, it just offsets it a bit, makes it look more natural. We need a comb, first of all, and we need little rubber bands. Have you got some there? Yes. Obviously I had an undercut, so we only had to do the top. If you have a full head of hair, I will show you how to do that. So firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the top of the head from the bottom of the head. We're going to tie two big ponytails. So I'm going to follow her, not her crown, where her receding hairline would be if she was a male. This bit here, I don't know what the name of it is. Follow that around. And on the other side, something like that. Alright, it's just gonna hang over your face for a bit. So beautiful.
This is not at all what I did to your hair.
Yeah, because I didn't have hair here.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you want me to shave it off? I can.
yeah, go ahead.
Who wants to see me give Elizabeth an undercut?
No! Everybody vote no!
We'll do the under half last. We'll start by sectioning the top because that's the part that I had done, and if you've got an undercut, that's all you need to do. And then you can stop watching the video. And then for those of you who need to know how to do the rest, you can continue watching. Because let's be real, YouTube doesn't give me money, so watch time means nothing to me. So what I mentioned in my tutorial video is that at the front, I have an uneven number of dreads. I have just 3 because I like to part it onto the side sometimes, and so I like having it that way. But if you want an even part in the middle at the front, have 4 or 2 depending on how much hair you have. Elizabeth's hair is quite thin, and so if I was actually dreading her hair, I would do bigger sections because, yeah, her hair is quite fine and therefore the dreads are going to be smaller anyway. If you have thick hair, then smaller sections are best. Okay, so this section would be too fine for Elizabeth. This would actually be enough hair for one dread, but I'm going to section it as if she's got thicker hair, just so you can see the pattern that we do.
Might as well just dread my hair now.
Who wants to see me dreading Elizabeth's hair?
Yeah, do it, why not?
You heard it here first. I did actually give Elizabeth a dread once.
She did.
But when you just have one dread underneath normal hair, it's very annoying because then it gets, brushing is just a pain in the bum. Washing.
And it was at that stage of my life, I was going from having black hair to growing out my natural colour, so it was a really gross, like,
oh yeah,
bleached ginger coloured looking poo.
So I've done the front 3. As you can see, there's obviously 1 in the middle and then 2 on either side. So what we're going to do now, as bricks are layered, we are going to go right in the very centre of her head, which is in the middle of the front, sorry, in the middle of the middle dread section, and we will part it there. How did you do it?
I did the layers first before I sectioned each layer.
Oh, okay.
So I like got this bit out and then tied that bit up.
Yeah.
And then I got the next thick, so it was the
So
same
you had
thickness.
rows, yeah.
So I did a row and then I sectioned the row into this.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
whatever.
so you can do it in different ways. You can section the full rows first if you want to make sure they're the same thickness. I'm kind of just doing it as I go, so it's really up to you. What you will find as well is that some sections of the scalp have thicker hair or more hair, and some sections have a lot less or thinner hair. And so if you want to adjust the size of your sections accordingly so that you have similarly sized dreads, you can do that. Now I'm going to part in the middle of the right hand section to get my right 2 dreads. So obviously in this second row we're doing 4 dreadlocks instead of 3. This is actually the prime example. We've got a thicker amount of hair on this dread and a way thinner amount on this one. So if I wanted to make them a little bit more even, I would take a little bit from this section and add it to that one. But just for the beauty of the bricklayer effect, I'm going to keep them evenly spaced. Cool, so basically you just carry on in that fashion with the top section going all the way back. So you do 3, 4, and then we'll probably have maybe 5, 4, 3. That's kind of what I'm envisaging. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll speed it up so you can see what I do, and then we'll get on to the bottom half. What you are likely to find is the crown is a bitch. Because it's like basically a spiral of hair, and trying to get it to part evenly is really difficult. And the other thing you will notice is that the crown is the thickest part of the scalp in terms of hair thickness. So you can probably do with making your sections a bit smaller around that area. I'm making them bigger, but that's just to save time. Okay, cool, so we've got the front 3 here, and now dip your head down. Then we part in the middle here. It's hard to see because I haven't tied them very tightly. 1, 2, and then 3, 4 on the other side, and then we go back to 5. I don't know if you can really see. It's not that effective as I haven't tied them tightly, but they are definitely layered like bricks all the way back. 2, 3 at the back. So I'm going to do the bottom sections now. Basically the only difference is that instead of going back this way, you go around the head that way. It's hard to explain. At the back they're going to look semi-seamless, but a row is going to come all the way around, which is then going to be perpendicular to the top rows. Does that make sense? It's a little bit confusing until you actually see it with your eyes, so I will attempt to do that for you. It just so happens that the distance between the top of her head and her ear is about dread section length. So I'm just going to come just around the top of her ear for the top of the bottom. Probably going to do 3 rows at the bottom. If you're unsure how big or small to make your sections, a really good idea is to do a practice dread first to suss out the thickness of your hair and what looks good. I practiced doing dreads on real hair extensions first, so I didn't muck up my hair too much. And once you feel confident making the actual dread, try one on your own hair to get the section right. If the worst comes to the worst, you can actually brush it out and start again. It's worth it to make sure you get the sections right. Now, as you can see by the angle at which they're sticking out, I've tied them a bit tighter just for your sake, so you can see the sections a little bit easier. So as you can see here, I've got 3 rows. On the bottom we've got the top row, middle row and bottom row. The bottom row is quite small and there are just 3 dreads there. And I was in a bit of a rush, so I haven't actually done them very evenly, but you can obviously spend a little bit more time on that. So the bottom half of the head goes around that way, and then the top sections, which you can't see that clearly, are what I showed you before. They go up and over this way, whereas the bottom sections go around. Cool, so that's it guys. I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, please shoot them, and if necessary, I'll make a video. Otherwise, I'll just hit you up in the replies. So Elizabeth, I don't know if you've noticed, but she's actually got really beautiful eye makeup on today. And she's actually going to be starting a makeup Instagram page, and she'll be uploading makeup looks to her YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and follow her on Instagram, and on there she'll be posting links to her new Instagram makeup page, because I am so excited to see the looks she comes up with. I'm just like in awe of her talent right now. So you've got to go follow her, seriously.
And my hair won't look quite this crazy.
Oh yeah, no, her hair's gonna look a lot better than this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you again next time.
Bye!
Yes.
Oh, cute.
You are
On fire.
Oh, okay. My one.
Desire.
Believe.
When I say I want it that way. I'm stunning.
She's
Look
just
at me.
a dish. Great.